In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at how you can profit from early payout promos, conditional refunds, free cracks, and the idea is to Dutch them against each other to leave yourself as minimal risk as possible, and in some cases no risk at all, but leave yourself with the potential for huge profits. So the sport we'll be looking at today is AFL, but you can use this calculator for other sports that have similar promos, so NRL can be a quite popular one as well. So this video will give you a nice idea on what you can do with these promos when you do receive them. But today we'll be taking a look at AFL. And if you're a member at BonusBank and you're a member of our Discord channel, once you head into the Discord channel and you select promos and plays, you can see there are loads and loads of suggested promos and plays posted throughout the week. And you can literally just copy and paste these ones if that's what you want to do. And sometimes that can be the best option. And there will also be a link to the calculator for that particular game as well. So you just click on that and it will load up that promo with all the ideal stakes and bookies. So we'll jump back into the calculator and we'll show you some of the thought process of how we Dutch these promos. So the first promos we usually look at are going to be the early payout promos. These are ones with the most kind of value on them. And the two early payout promos was Blue Bet and Neds. So the Blue Bet promo, if your team lead by 12, you're going to get paid out early, even if they do go on to lose the game. But there was a max winnings of $100 with this promo. And if you go back into the promos and plays, and there will be a link to a calculator for the early payout for the Blue Bet promotion. So I've got that calculator loaded up here. And once you loaded it, you can make a copy of it. And then you're just going to put all the details of the odds and the max winnings in here. So the max winnings in this case was $100, odds was 2.2, and you've got your ideal stake there of $83.33. Of course, in our case, we've rounded it down to $80, as you don't want to be betting such specific stakes as you're going to stand out like a sore thumb if you're doing that. And with the Neds promo, it's if your team are 12 up at half time, you're going to get an early payout, no matter what the result. So we've played Blue Bet and Neds against each other just to give ourselves the best possible chance of hitting one of these early payouts. So with the Neds promo, there's no max winnings on it, but your maximum stake is $250. So in this case here, to even it out, we've basically just doubled our stake to $160 at 1.67. And also with the odds of both of these bookies, they was both offering 2.2 on Fremantle, but Neds was offering slightly bigger odds on Sydney at 1.67, or I believe Blue Bets was around 1.63 or 1.64. So we're just taking the best odds at both bookies just to get a little bit more value as well. And then the next two promos that we've Dutched against each other was Tab Touch and Punt 123. So the Tab Touch promo was if your team lead by 12 at any time but go on to lose, you're going to receive your cash back. And the max stake on this was $30. And with the Punt 123 promo, it's fairly similar. So if your team are leading at half time and goes on to lose, they're going to match your stake up to $25 in bonus bets. So again, we've gone with the best odds at both bookies, and Tab Touch had a 5% profit boost as well. So if you take the underdog, you're going to get a bigger boost on the longer odds. And lastly, on Fremantle, we've done a $50 bet on the Unibet promo, which was essentially a free crack. And I'll put it up on screen now. You can see it's get a bonus back on your first qualifying bet. It's available each week on AFL from Thursday till Sunday. The only thing you need to make sure that you do with the Unibet promo is make sure it's selected in your bet slip. So I'll show you that now as well, because if you don't select that, you're not going to get paid out your bonus bet if Fremantle do go on to lose. And lastly, on the Sydney side, we've placed a $5.56 bet. This was at Betfair at 1.68. This was just to equal out the qualifying losses. And as Betfair have a 5% commission, you can come down, enter whatever their odds were, so 1.72, put the commission in here, 5%, and it will give you the true odds. And the only other thing we do recommend doing with these promos, depending on the rules for a draw with each bookie, most of the times the same rules are going to apply, but in this case, Pump 123 actually just void the bet completely. So to add the coverage there, what we like to do is just place a dollar bet on the draw at Bet365. They always offer the draw at $51. So if you go over to Bet365, obviously, we can't look at that game as it's already been played. But we've got a game between Gold Coast and Geelong coming up tomorrow. And if you scroll down to the margins, you can see the draw is offered at $51 there. So just for full coverage, good idea just to place a dollar on the draw. And at the bottom here, you've got the position if Fremantle go on to win, which was $7.24. And if Sydney went on to win, which they did in this case, it was minus $32.77. But of course, as Sydney did go on to win, we'd have freed up our free bet at Unibet. And with an 80% retention on your free bet at Unibet, that's $40 minus your $32.77. So that'd still leave you with a $7.23 profit. So with this promo here, it was a no-brainer. It was completely risk-free with huge potential profits. Unfortunately, in this case, Sydney just went on to win the game fairly comfortably. So there was no turnarounds or no early payouts in this case. As we was risking absolutely nothing and we had a small profit on it. It just goes to show you the power of actually dutching these promos against each other. And of course, if you want to, you can mess about with the stakes yourself as well. You just got to make sure that you're careful, as Bluebet is a $100 max winnings. But if you did want to take a little bit more risk out on a certain side, or you've favoured one side, you can obviously just do that by just messing around with the stakes. So as I say, in this case of this game, Sydney went on to win comfortably. There's no turnaround. So we're $7.24 up. All we can do now is show you a promo that was placed on our promos and plays around a month back. I believe the game was between North Melbourne and Fremantle, and we had a nice little win there for very minimal risk. So this was a suggested promo and play on our Discord channel on the 23rd of March, and it was a game between North Melbourne and Fremantle. So I'll load up that calculator now and show you what the suggested stakes was there. So we had the same bookies this time, we just didn't have Unibet, and the promos were exactly the same. And if you look in the Discord channel, it's posted underneath as well. So you've got Bluebet, it's $128 early payout if North Melbourne are 12 up at half time. And Tab Touch was exactly the same as well. So it's an odds boost and a $30 cashback if North Melbourne lead at 6 at any quarter, but don't go on to win. Neds was the same as well. So it was an early payout if Fremantle were 12 up at half time. And then Pump 123 was the same as well, with a $25 bonus back if Fremantle lead at half time and lose. And then to equal out the qualifying loss as well, we had placed $7.02 at 1.41 at Betfair. And of course, we'd have placed $1 on the draw as well at Bet365 just to cover ourselves. So in this case, our position overall was minus $7.72. No matter what the outcome. But the great thing about this match is we got an early payout and a cashback on North Melbourne, as they got off to a bit of a flyer, but they went on to lose the game in the end. They've got that game loaded up. And in the first quarter, North Melbourne was 25-13 up, and the second quarter was 27-22. So they took a 12-point lead in the first quarter, and then they've even added to that 12-point lead, so 17 points up by half time. And of course, that means with our Bluebet promo, we'd have been paid out on North Melbourne, as they was 17 up at half time. I still went on to lose. And with Tab Touch as well, they was leading over 13 at one quarter and even more at half time as well. So we got our cash back with Tab Touch as well. And if we jump back into our Dutching calculator here, we would have been paid out $128 from Bluebet. So it'd been $88 profit at Bluebet. And then we'd have got our cash back at Tab as well. So we didn't lose anything at Tab. And then we'd have also won at Neds. So $179.40 returned at Neds. So that'd be a $49.40 profit at Neds. And then Pump 123 as well, which is returned $35. So that'd be a $10 profit there as well. And $9.90 at Betfair as well. And then once you tally up all the returns that you got there, I believe that leaves you around $157 profit for a $7.72 risk. So it just goes to show you how low risk it is and the potential profits as well. So hopefully that's given you a good idea on how you can use the Dutching calculator to profit from these promos. And of course, to get some more ideas, just jump onto the Discord channel. And as mentioned earlier, there's lots and lots posted up here that will give you a great idea on where to start, or you can literally just copy them. And of course, if you place enough of these promos over time, you'll really start making some really good, significant profits. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.